Hiya viewers, I'm Grisizzly, and I love music. In fact, I grew up around it. My whole family is very musically talented, and even I play some of it. So you can tell that music is a very beautiful form of art to me. Music is a great way to express feeling and the mood of something specific, especially video games. Video games are riddled with all sorts of great music, and some of the best music starts before the game even does start. Yes, I'm talking about title themes. It sets the game up for the foreshadowed experience that you prepared yourself for, and also sets the mood for the game perfectly, and also says a lot about the game without mentioning anything to do with the game. But the main question is, what are the top 10 title themes in video games? You probably didn't ask, or don't care, but I'm gonna give it to you anyways. Let's go! Oh, yeah, the only rule I have for this list is no opening cutscenes, or cinematics, whatever you want to call them, because that's a list in itself. Hint, hint. This game is a well-known one. Everyone really had it, especially if they had a Wii, because it was a launch title for the Wii and actually came packaged with the Wii. And being honest with you, in my opinion, it's one of the best party games out there. And the theme screams exactly what you need to know about the game, which is you are about to have a great time. Whether you're about to bowl, box, golf, or bat/catch, it sets you up for it. As soon as I hear that theme, I'm like, let's bat/catch! Or, something like that. But that's not all. It actually does something that even sports games can't do, which is make it feel sporty. It feels like you're about to have a good time with a good friend. From beginning to end, it's just good to listen to the music and set yourself up for some sports. This piece of music is a real hard-hitting one, just like the game that it represents. And for those of you who don't know this game, I'll give you a quick summary of what it is and what it's about. It's really friggin' hard! That's it! That's the whole game. That's all it is. Okay, I'm just kidding. There's more to this game than it just being hard. This game came out on the NES in 1991, and to this day is still one of the hardest games ever made. It's a beat-em-up space adventure game that nails, well, the space part. Even though it's hard and makes you want to punch the controller till it breaks, it still lets you have this sense of power. It makes you feel like a muscly toad on another planet. And the title theme gives it that space fighting feeling that you were expecting to play. As soon as I hear this theme, I'm like, let's go on a space adventure and ride motorbikes in space and beat up pigs with old long-legged legs over here. It just gets me ready for a space adventure. A space adventure, woohoo! Now, I haven't played too much of this game because personally, I'm more of a Harvest Moon fan myself. But there's definitely one thing that these two have in common. Most of the things you do in these games are not fun. Most of the stuff you do in both of these games is manual labor, but in video games, work gives off this sense of relaxation, especially in Stardew Valley. And a huge part of that is the soundtrack. It's so relaxing and fits this game and this game alone perfectly. Being honest with you, I don't think it would fit that preppy feeling that Harvest Moon has. But Stardew Valley nailed that relaxing feeling that it was going for, especially the title theme. It's super relaxing. It's like a lullaby. You could go to sleep listening to it. That's nice. I like that. Mario games have always had great music, and before you say anything about this one not technically being a Mario game, it's a game in Japan called Doki Doki Panic. Doki Doki Panic and Mario 2 have different title themes. Also, I'm in America, so technically to me, it's a Mario game. This theme, although a bit short, is great. It sets yourself up for a different kind of Mario game, but a good kind of different. Also, it's catchy. It kind of reminds me of the music in a saloon. The Elder Scrolls games are straight up adventures. You get to discover vast parts of a mythical kingdom. It just screams exploration, sword fight, murder innocent people. It's good. I'm in the Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Excuse me. Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
But Morrowind and Skyrim have the same title themes as Oblivion.
The difference is instruments. Morrowind has more wind instruments used in it, giving it that mythical feeling. And for some reason, Skyrim feels more like you expect to play as Vikings. Don't know why they did that. But being honest with you, I'm looking for more of an adventurous type feel. And Oblivion's theme got the adventure and the fighting feeling perfect. Spoiler warning, and also viewer discretion is advised. Now, this one is a bit of an obscure game that no one will probably remember in a couple of years. But at the time of its release, this game was huge. And free. It had lovable characters that everyone really will probably remember. And even the character you take the form of is memorable, and he's an enigma. But not really. This game was cute and colorful, spoiler warning like I said earlier, until about halfway through the game. Yeah, dark, right? This game surprised Steam users since it was free and looked adorable, and also looked a lot like a dating sim. The first time I saw Sayori's death, I freaked out. This theme adds to the subject of deceiving the player. From the very beginning, it misleads the player into thinking that it's a cute, adorable game. And it even has a much bigger meaning at the end of the game. And again, spoiler warning for the end of the game. At the end of the game, you find that the girl Monica is trying to win you over even though she's a virtual girl. So she gives you this song called Your Reality. It's in the theme of the Doki Doki theme. It's beautiful. Sayori's best girl! Now, a lot of these games represent the game that they're playing, but this title theme represents the game that it's representing perfectly. It's exactly like the game that it represents. It starts off playing the beautiful theme of the town Clocktown, and it's just like a nice leisurely tune. But then, it completely sets the game into its dark demeanor by playing a song of evil or danger, which matches this dark game perfectly. It forewarns the player of a soon-to-happen moon-to-earth destruction, which is something that other Zeldas don't even do, even Ocarina of Time, which is one of my favorite games. It was a title theme that represented the game that it was representing perfectly without mentioning anything that was going to happen soon in the game besides that it's dark. Now this one will probably be a surprise to people, and some will not be so surprised by this, but number 3 on my list is Pokemon Gen 3, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Not the remakes though. They had somewhat of a different theme. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's the same as every other Pokemon game theme song. Now the answer to this confusion is the same as the Elder Scrolls, the way that the music is set up, and the different instruments used in the theme songs. Sorry, but Gen 1's theme ain't winning no awards. Too digital. And Gen 2, as much as I may love it, was a bit too low of a tempo to get me pumped. But Gen 3 had that perfect psych-up feel for me. It gets me ready for a Pokemon journey. It brings me into the world of Pokemon at the very beginning, as if it's my theme music. Like as soon as I walk into a stadium, it's gotten serious because I'm about to battle. This title theme is a great one, even on the home consoles it came on. But for my ears, I'll use the arcade version. Since arcade cabinets have the ability to produce better quality than the home console version, it makes sense that the arcade version is better than the latter. And let's get a little bit more specific and use Street Fighter II Turbo. It had somewhat more of an upbeat to it. It presented the difference between the original and Turbo at the very start. Street Fighter II Turbo is a lot better than the original, and it won my heart with its Turbo gameplay. Yes, for number 1 on my list, I have the 3rd installment of the Dragon Ball Z Budokai franchise, preferably the HD version. This game was a huge part of my childhood and was the first Dragon Ball related thing I ever experienced, even before the anime. And now I don't know where I would be without Dragon Ball. It's a very great paced fighter that had some of the best controls in a 3D 2D fighter. It has the best feel a DBZ game ever had. And the HD Collection's title theme screams Dragon Ball. It fits the game perfect. And Budokai fans who enjoyed the PS2 version, I'm sorry. But the HD theme is so much better than the original. Sure, I may be nostalgia blind, but the HD theme sounded so much more Dragon Ball than the original. And that's why it's number 1 on my list. So that was my top 10 title themes in video games. If you think there's one that I forgot, don't forget to tell me down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and also don't forget to subscribe for that next video that's coming out that I hinted at some point in time in this video. But don't forget, I'm Grisizzly, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, and later. Hey guys, thanks again so much for watching. Here are all my social medias that I have set up. I post stuff about videos that are upcoming, and I just made them just a couple days ago. Again, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell to remind you of upcoming videos. I did hint at one early on, and if you click that bell, it'll let you know when it comes out.